Hey friends, it is Saisha and welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. Happy New Year my friends. 2025 is over and today I'm going to recommend my top 10 games that I played in 2025 on Board Game Arena. If you aren't familiar with Board Game Arena, it is actually a website, the best website in the world for board gamers like us who wants to play board game with anyone in the world, and it is also good for people who wants to try out new games without having to buy them first. This video is no way sponsored by Board Game Arena. However, I wish they would have, because I spend a lot of time playing on Board Game Arena and talking about it. Also, I make a lot of tutorials of the games that are released on Board Game Arena. Anyway, last year there were around 145 games released on Board Game Arena, out of which I have played 106 games. And these are my top 10 favorite games of 2025 releases. Now a quick disclaimer over here, these are the games that were released in 2025, not my all-time favorite games, because if I was doing my all-time favorite games of Board Game Arena, definitely the Lost Ruins of Arnak is going to be number one, because I can play the Lost Ruins of Arnak anytime. I can play when I'm sick, I can play when I'm happy, healthy, when I'm surrounded by people or I'm lonely. I am up for a game of Lost Ruins of Arnak. I totally love the game. Without much further ado, let's start the list. Number 10 on the list is Wandering Towers, which was released on 17th November 2025. I love Wandering Towers and I've played a couple of games with the physical copy, but the BGA adaptation of the game is superb. I love the animation effects, the swirl animation, and also the sound effects they have put in the game. There are very few games with amazing sound effects. I will add a clip of that in the post-production of this video so that you can hear and see for yourself how cool the animations are. In Wandering Towers, you're actually moving your wizards and trying to get your wizards into the Raven's Keep, and you also are trying to fill your potion bottles. Now, the way in which you fill your potion bottles is by trapping the wizards under towers. The wizards can be yours as well as any of the opponents. There are movement cards in the game that allows you to move the tower or the wizards. The game supports up to 6 players, and that is a very rare thing, and it plays good at any number of player count. This game also supports a solo variant, and I have played the solo game of Wandering Towers a couple of times. It is a very difficult game to win in the solo mode, and I really enjoyed the experience. Moving on to the 9th game on my list is Welcome to the Moon, which was released on 21st May 2025. Welcome to the Moon is my favorite of the trilogy of Welcome to series. I have played Welcome to Your Perfect Home and Welcome to Las Vegas. Both of them are also available on Board Game Arena, by the way. In Welcome to the Moon, you're trying to be the first player to cross off all the rockets on your player sheet, and at the same time, you're also trying to complete the common objectives. It is a flip and write game where you select symbols from one card and numbers from the other card and try to cross off circles on your player sheet. This game again comes with a solo variant, and I have played the solo version of this game. It was pretty challenging, but I completed the mission and it was so satisfying. Also, it comes with campaign mode with 8 missions across the campaign that you can complete. Number 8 on my list is Let's Go to Japan. Let's Go to Japan was released on 22nd January 2025, and I love the theme of this game. In this game, you're trying to make an itinerary of your upcoming Japan trip. You will be traveling in 2 states of Japan, which is Tokyo and Kyoto, and try to get different experiences. There are different restaurants to eat from, shopping places, or you can visit the temple, and all the places in this game is actually correct. And I have seen posts where people have used the game to plan their real Japan trip. I am a sucker for Japanese themed games, so when I saw it on BGA, I instantly read the rule book and I saw the video. And then when I played with my husband, both of us loved the game. It was an instant hit for us. Number 7 on my list is Pina Colada, which was released on 6th October 2025. Now this game has a story. Just the day before Pina Colada was released, me and my friends went to a restaurant and we were having Pina Colada. And we were talking about how much we love this drink. And the very next day, I saw Pina Colada Dice released on Board Game Arena. It was such a huge coincidence. I quickly learned the rules and I made also a tutorial of this game and I shared with my friends and we played a lot of games. This is a Yahtzee style plus Connect 4 game where you are trying to place your martini glasses on places and try to make 4 in a row. And every time you place one martini glass adjacent to your other previously placed glasses, you are going to score bonus points. Pina Colada Dice is just silly fun. It is one of those games that when you're too tired to play a big game and you still want a small game to play, this is the one that you should be playing. BJ releases a lot of those kind of games, the small ones, 2-player ones, and very quick games. But this is my favorite game of that category of 2025. I am embarrassed to admit how many times I have played Pina Colada Dice. It is so good. Number 6 on my list is Fliptoons. It was released just 1 week before Pina Colada Dice on 1st October 2025. Now, I first saw this game on Monique and Naveen's channel, that is Before You Play, and the game looked so much fun. I watched their playthrough, they are the best. It was amazing and I instantly wanted to play the game. So when it was released on Board Game Arena, I was so happy. In Fliptoons, you're trying to make a movie and cast toons, and those toons give you fames, and the player who reaches 30 fames first wins the game. It is a deck building hand management game, but the real reason I liked Fliptoons is because of its artwork. The artwork reminds me of the 90s cartoon that I watched growing up, and the nostalgia factor of the game makes me love it so much. I love the rabbit. It is so powerful. It is my favorite toon, and if you play your cards correct and if you manage properly, there is no way you can lose if you have the rabbit toon card. Let me know in the comment section down below which is your favorite toon from Fliptoons. Number 5 on my list is Bhutan, which was released on 18th June. In Bhutan, you're trying to build your own rainforest. You're trying to fill different regions with flowers, that becomes trees, and then it becomes animals. Trees are good, flowers are good, animals are amazing, but empty spaces or empty regions are very, very bad in this game. I don't know why, but my brain associates Bhutan with My Shelfie. It may be because at that time, My Shelfie, the dice game, was also released and I was playing it a lot. But this somehow gives me My Shelfie vibe. The satisfaction that I feel arranging different flowers in the regions is very similar to what I feel playing My Shelfie game, where you are arranging books, cats and plants in your shelf. That is again a very relaxing and therapeutic game for me. The game is very easy to get into. There are very few rules, but it has a lot of depth. Not to sound too shallow, but I do want to admit that I love Bhutan because it has a pangolin token. It is so crazy. I don't know why. I just love the pangolin token and I love pangolins. In general, they're so cute. Number 4 on my list is Coatl, which was released on 12th December. I feel Coatl is one of those hidden gems and it is a very special game to me. I found Coatl when I was searching for games similar to Azul to play with my parents. I love playing board games with my parents, but they like playing the games where there is very less text and just good components. So Coatl was one which I found and I have the physical copy here, and to be honest, now I love it so much more than Azul. In Coatl, you are trying to make colorful feathered snakes. You are drafting pieces which are the body pieces or the heads or the tails from the central board, and you're trying to make 3 Coatls. You can add prophecy cards or temple cards to a Coatl and that is going to score you points. I have won most of the games that I've played on Board Game Arena because I have played a ton of games with the physical copy and I think I've cracked the game. The BG adaptation of the game is flawless and I really love playing Coatl on Board Game Arena. The third game on my list is Diced Veggies, which was released on 21st December. Now, Diced Veggie is the only game that stayed in beta for more than 8 months before releasing. Whenever I go on BGA, I scroll the list of beta games to see if there is any game that I would love to play, and Diced Veggie is one that caught my attention instantly. In Diced Veggies, you're dicing up veggies to cook up recipes. There are a lot of recipes to choose from. During the entire game, you are going to be cooking up 6 recipes. The game ends when any of the players cooks their 6th recipe. The veggies in the game are dices, and you can take the veggies from the edges if their sum total is less than 10. While cooking up the recipes, you can also hype the recipes by adding the hype card to get more points. The game has a lot of recipes from all over the world. They have Indian cuisines, Korean cuisine, Japanese, and all those things, and I really love the theme and the gameplay of diced veggies. Currently, I'm playing a turn-based game of diced veggies with Jenna of Board Game Gardens. She is so wonderful and kind, and she is my favorite board game YouTuber. Number 2 on my list of favorite games is Cities, which was released on 3rd December. Cities is by far my favorite Phil Walker Harding game. In Cities, you are designing your own neighborhood. You can add lakes to your city or amusement parks or normal parks, and then you will be building buildings. There are so many ways in this game to get points. You have your personal objective as well as common objectives. This game is so balanced and it is so much fun designing the neighborhood. If you haven't checked out Cities yet, do consider trying it out. And now finally, my favorite game of 2025 is The White Castle, which was released on 30th April. It is definitely the heaviest of them all, but it is a masterpiece. White Castle is a worker placement game, and the game finishes in just 9 turns. You are sending your worker to different levels in the White Castle to work in the fields or to serve in the military. I feel so happy playing this game. Every turn of White Castle can make you feel like a genius if you plan properly. There are so many chaining effects and combos that can be triggered that makes the game of White Castle awesome. And that's all for today. Those were my top 10 2025 games that I played on Board Game Arena. I would love to know your favorite game of 2025. Do let me know that in the comment section down below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do consider joining the community of digital board gamers. I'll see you with a new video next time. Bye. Happy gaming.